right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. We are back here in Chicago. Feels good to be back. Florida was an absolute blast, but man, I'm just sitting here streaming with you guys, making videos. Shout out to everyone who came into my stream. We did the Warriors Bulls for a little bit after halftime. That game was over, and then we hopped into Pistons Raptors. Then we ended with Hawks Heat. So thank you guys so much for all the love. Unfortunately, this game, if you're a Toronto Raptors fan, this game was a massive headache, man. What did they shoot? I got it right here. 32% from the field. The first quarter honestly wasn't that bad, 27-31, but then you had the Toronto Raptors score 16 points in the second quarter, and honestly, man, Toronto really just couldn't score. I mean, they were playing good defense, like they were causing, some good defensive stops, but, at the end of the day, really just Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Diallo, Trey Lyles, they just played better. Like the Pistons just played better, and they just converted more. So Dwayne Casey continues his absolute dominance against the Toronto Raptors. Like, this man literally kind of owns the Toronto Raptors. Whenever Dwayne Casey plays the Raptors, this man does not lose. This man literally does not lose. So from the Pistons standpoint, you guys know I used to live out there in Northville. I love my Detroit Pistons, where they're not my Detroit Pistons. Like I said, I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I live here in Chicago. Also like the Rockets. There's some just unnecessary drama and rivalry between Pistons and Rockets fans to start the season, but it seems like everything is kind of settled out now, where it's like, we just want to see good basketball. If there's a rivalry, I would love the rivalry, but let's try and keep it more like basketball issues related, not, like, I hate Jalen Green, I hate Cade Cunningham. I think we're drifting away from all those negative kind of vibes. So good win from the Pistons tonight, man. I really honestly like what I've been seeing from this team in the last couple of weeks. Even if they're not winning basketball games, it's kind of the same thing with the Rockets and just any rebuilding team. Like, when you're rebuilding, when, Pistons year 2 of their rebuild, they're a couple of nights off losing Bol because he failed the physical. That absolutely sucks, man. That absolutely sucks. I feel for you Pistons fans. But hey, the rest of the NBA, we're happy. But I am sorry, Pistons fans. I just like the pieces that they have, and it really comes down to just playing like 4 good quarters of basketball. And when you're dealing with a really, really young and inexperienced team, it's not going to be that consistent. Like, it just isn't going to be that consistent. So for Detroit tonight, you got a good 15 points from Sadiq Bey, Cade Cunningham pretty much with a dagger 3 with less than 3 minutes left. He finished with 18 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 of 15 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown. You got a nice little Cade versus Scotty matchup tonight. Rookie of the year, who's winning Rookie of the Year? I still think it's going to be Cade Cunningham. No disrespect to Scotty Barnes at all. He's going to be a stud, and he already is a stud. But I just think Cade Cunningham, also given kind of the Detroit Pistons situation, sitting at 10-31 on the season, I just think Cade Cunningham's going to win Rookie of the Year. I think he's going to finish the season. I think he's going to be awesome to finish the season. He's been awesome all year, man. Both of these 2 rookies have been awesome all year. Before we go any further into this video, guys, if you're enjoying it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're still trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. I'm going to be patient with it, so no rush. But if you guys are new here and you do enjoy this video, and you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, or even just dropping a like, dropping a comment, it really, really helps out the algorithm. If we could try and hit 15 likes on today's video, that would be awesome. But outside of Cade Cunningham, Killian Hayes, real quick comment on Killian Hayes. I'm rooting for him. What's he, like 50 games into his NBA career? I'm really rooting for Killian, man, but it's not looking good. I mean, it's not looking that good. But like I said, he's only 50 games into his NBA career. He's dealt with a bunch of injuries. I mean, this dude literally tore his shoulder. That exactly what happened to Isaiah Thomas. Now you kind of see what's happening with Isaiah. Like, it takes a while. It takes a while. So this year, I don't have expectations. I'm not trying to put pressure on guys like Killian Hayes. I just want them to feel confident to just go out there and kind of do their thing, and we'll see what happens in a couple of years. But outside of that, Hamidou Diallo, this guy's actually been kind of a hidden gem, a little hidden gem in the rough, or however the hell that saying goes. Tonight, 18.6 rebounds, 9 of 16 from the field, man. He's aggressive. He can shoot the ball, can play good defense. Diallo, I mean, they should re-sign this guy. I don't think anyone's really complaining with that. Threw in 2 blocks as well tonight. So he's been really nice. He's been nice. And I'm starting to really kind of see what Troy Weaver is trying to establish here. And then, so let's take a look at the bench, because you have Kelly Olynyk returning soon. But you have Trey Lyles, you have Corey Joseph. Now, Corey Joseph, for me, he's such a boring basketball player. I'm sorry, Corey Joseph, but he kind of reminds me like DJ Augustin. Like, they just don't do much for me. Corey Joseph did have a good, important game tonight. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Had a very, very good, just made important shots. He made important shots when it mattered late in the game, but you kind of see what's happening. You know, you're just trying to pair a lot of these young, inexperienced players with, you know, veteran savvy players who can just kind of serve as mentors. And Corey Joseph, you know, even for me, like if I think Corey Joseph's boring, he's still a great basketball player, and he's a good mentor for guys like Killian Hayes, Kate Cunningham, so to the whole team in general. So I just realized I forgot to talk about Isaiah Stewart. Foul trouble, man. He's still trying to figure it out. I'm really hoping he's got a good second half in store, because there just hasn't been anything like eye-popping or glaring out with Isaiah Stewart so far this season. But there is time. He has been good blocking the basketball, 2 blocks for him tonight. Then I also want to give love to Trey Lyles. And I do want to give love to Josh Jackson, who, if you guys have been watching me, I'm huge on Josh Jackson. I absolutely love Josh Jackson. I hope the Pistons never get rid of him. 13 points for him tonight, and then 21 points for Trey Lyles. So you love to see it. From the Raptors standpoint, like I said, man, this game really sucked for him. OG kind of got it going for him offensively in the first quarter, kind of kept them into it. After that, didn't really do much, didn't even really have the ball, didn't even really take too many shots. So I want to see OG get more aggressive. 16 points for OG, only 3 rebounds. Like, against the Detroit Pistons, nothing, no disrespect intended to the Pistons, but like, as far as good defensive team goes, I wouldn't put Detroit, you know, in the top tier. So I'm pretty disappointed in the Toronto Raptors tonight. You know, I don't care who you're missing. I don't care if Svi played 7, if Kem Birch got hurt 4 minutes into the game, no Gary Trent. I think no excuses, man. I really just, you can't come out shooting that poorly, and it just maintained the whole game. Like I said, their defense is going to keep them in every single basketball game, but that offense, someone's got to step up, because it's not going to be somebody off of the bench. That's like the huge thing with the Toronto Raptors, is that bench is almost god-awful. Like, they're literally, as far as offensive talent goes, they're terrible as far as offensive goes. Chris Boucher, solid. Precious Achiuwa, like, these guys are solid, but as far as leading and running an offense, I mean, Delano Banton, I don't think he's ready for that yet. Malachi Flynn, like, I don't think he's really that guy to lead a secondary offense. Goran Dragic would be perfect on this damn team. I don't know what the fuck is going on with that situation. But when you have Freddie come out in the first quarter shooting like 2 of 10, 2 of 12, you know, Siakam did as much as he could tonight. Siakam probably was the player of the game for the Raptors tonight with 24 points, 8 of 17 from the field. But I need to see more I need to see aggression from OG. I need to see aggression from Scotty Barnes. Scotty did get more aggressive as the game went on, particularly in the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, end of the third. But I want to see that just go the whole game, man. Like, these guys can't, as he's been told, they can't guard you. They can't guard you. Like, give the ball to Scotty, give the ball to OG, and let's see what we can do. You know, start cutting, start setting picks. Let's see what we can do. I don't want to rely, if I'm a Raptors fan, I don't want to rely on Fred VanVleet to run the offense every single night. He's got enough on his back right now, which, by the way, he's like, what, 7th or 8th in All-Star voting? That is absolute bullshit. Neither here nor there, but just on off nights like tonight from Fred VanVleet, from Scotty Barnes, you know, someone needs to step up. And like, honestly, Goran would be so perfect. Like, he literally would be so perfect on this Raptors team, but I don't know what the hell is going on with that whole situation in general. So the Raptors, you know, from the Raptors standpoint, you've lost 2 straight games. Now you're still over 500. I wouldn't look into the Phoenix Suns loss too much, because they had the lead going into the fourth quarter. They were without Scotty Barnes. They were without Gary Trent Jr., and they lost by 4 points. Like, they lost by 4 points. I mean, Phoenix, keep in mind, obviously they made the NBA Finals last season, so they're a very talented basketball team. But it just goes to show you, like, Toronto, from a Toronto standpoint, they're so close. They're almost like Detroit right now, but they have, you know, better talent. They've got superstars there. Like, they've got Freddie, they have OG, they have Siakam. So I just don't think there's any excuses to play like this. like all 3 of them. Pretty shitty, except, you know, I guess Pascal had a really solid game, 23 and 11 with, you know, 8 of 17 from the field. But it took him a while to get going. Didn't really get going until, you know, it was never too late. That's the whole thing, is it was never too late for the Raptors in this game until really essentially like that Cade Cunningham 3-point shot with less than 3 minutes. So, you know, when you shoot 32% from the field, man, you're not going to win the basketball game. Like, that's just the harsh reality of it. And it should be the harsh reality of it, because if you're shooting 32% from the field, 30%, 29% from downtown, you know, 77 from the free throw line, like, you add all 3 of those together and you're probably going to get blown out. So the fact that the Raptors only lost by 16, it's actually kind of surprising. But that's it for today, guys. Hit that like button, hit that sub button. I post NBA content all the time. I post Pistons videos every week. I post Raptors videos almost every single day. So hit that like button, hit that sub button. Thank you guys, everyone, to tuning into tonight's stream, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.